Well, we have to look for a new groundsman for a start, won't we?
You know, the bar takings would go down game after game.
Oh, hi Brian, and many congratulations on this award, really well deserved.
I'd like to congratulate you on your award. Couldn't go to a nicer bloke.
Hi Brian, I hope you're having a good evening. Congratulations on your awards from the Dorset FA.
A well-deserved award.
Well, I've been here for 10 years and I remember Brian being involved in some capacity throughout the whole time. He wasn't groundsman when I first arrived, but he was about, so yeah, God knows how long he's been here, probably longer than he'd like to remember. But
oh God, I've been here since 98, but he's been here 20 years before that, I think, you know. And he's been here some time, really has.
Sibbo, I've known him for a long time, probably 15 years as a boy, and he's always been involved in the club. He's done great things for the club.
And he knows when the dressing room was built, even going back that far, you know. It was unbelievable. There's no wall around this pitch and stuff when he was first to join it. So that's how long he's been here.
You know, all the years he's been here and the hard work he puts in, it's been fantastic, and he's a great servant.
You've been very loyal to Wimborne. You've been through all the bars and everyone knows you.
Oh, there's so many stories with Brian, and he goes all the way back to Vars days.
And in the years gone by, you've helped me out with the washing and stuff, and we're always here to do things for the club. Everyone calls on Sibbo.
You know, loyalty and longevity, the work he does for us is brilliant.
He's got a tractor out there, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Just loyal now, he's always stayed with the club through thick and thin.
And just to sit and listen to him, I rather like, he's like everybody's favourite granddad, to be able to sit down. I love listening to the stories he tells of the old Wimborne days.
I'm the programme editor at Wimborne, and one of the real banes of my life is when we have to postpone games, having prepared a programme. But I've been doing this for 6 years, and thanks to the expertise of good old Brian, we've had so few games postponed. So Brian, thank you so much, you're saving me such a lot of work.
You do a fantastic job on the pitch year after year. Can't be easy when there's quick turnarounds of games, and you know, reserves play on there as well. So it's brilliant what you do.
You've always done a great job on the pitch. The boys always credit you for it.
It's not easy trying to keep this pitch.
This club and this ground is his life. He's put so much work into it.
Brian is just so good around the club. I think his motto is, the answer's yes, now what's the question?
I think he's known as Objob, isn't he? Because he does a lot of things. You know, he's done some work on the ground grading and bits and pieces, so does a bit of everything. And without him, we wouldn't survive as a club as many as the other volunteers that we've got as well. So
there's so much around the ground that's got to be done. Yeah, he's just not the pitch; it's just everything, you know.
I don't know who'd do the pitch every week, but we'd probably be playing on the cow fields.
He's here at 7 o'clock in the morning, most days of the week. He's here till 4:30, 5 o'clock, just to give the boys the chance to play on a decent pitch. The
fence behind the goal and everything, that gets battered every sort of 3 weeks, so he's got to do that. He's got the bottom pitch as well, and he's got all the youth to mark out. You know, it's just not this pitch, it's just everything.
I know a good story one year when you set the pitch out and you put the centre circle 10 yards away from the centre of the pitch, so that's a fond memory of that one, so good job on you.
Brian's brilliant, you know, he's really good with my wife and my 2 girls when they're about. You know, he looks after them, he buys me a drink after a game, so no, he's brilliant. I love Brian's bits.
He's always been a great fan, you know, and always got nice things to say to you in the bar, you know. Get them people in the bar, like, he'll tell you have a bad game, but even have a bad game, he'll always got something positive to say to you. And he'll offer you a beer, get your hopes out, and yeah, he's a great lad, you know. He's
an absolute diamond of a man. He's so honest, straightforward, and you know, such a warm heart. He really is a quality friend. I'm proud to be able to call him a friend of mine.
He's one of them characters that the club's full of him, you know, and it's brilliant. That's what this club's all about, characters like that, and without them we wouldn't have a football club.
Last year Ben and I did the video on Amarillo, and we got here just after Brian had put all of his kit away. Is that going to be a problem for Brian? Certainly not. He said, I'll go and get the tractor out, put himself out, got the tractor out and did a tremendous take.
You'll always find him in the sharp end. behind the bar, so you can't find him anywhere else. So whether he's had 6 or 7, I don't know, but
I'll put you up for an award for the most amount of time spent on the pitch, but even more off it, drinking in the bar, I think I'd like to say.
When I first came along, it was, you know, we've gone through some really dire straits and everything else, and Brian is the sort of man, although he wouldn't admit it, that he's actually been putting his own hand in his pocket to keep the ground going and keep everything going here during the times that we were in financial straits.
I don't know a lot of people. He puts a lot of money into the club, you know, out of his own pocket, you know. And a lot of people don't know that, but he does.
And it's so pleasing to see him richly rewarded for all of his efforts. He's a really dedicated man, and his heart and soul are actually in the soil here at Wimborne.
I know you don't get to see a lot of the games because you're in there getting drunk every week, but your support's much appreciated, and the work you do for us is absolutely fantastic.
You're a credit to yourself and everyone to do with you, your family, and obviously and everyone around the club absolutely loves you.
So yeah, it's a brilliant award. Couldn't go to a nicer bloke.
He's well deserved, richly deserved in my opinion.
Every non-league club needs, you know, people like Brian involved, and you know, he's just fantastic for us. We can survive without people like him.
You're not going to find another Sibley.
He is Wimborne. There's not a lot more you can say to that.
And long may his volunteering work with us continue.
Once again, all I can add is my congratulations. Brian, this is richly deserved, and the people of Wimborne are always indebted to yourself. Thank you very much.
Once again, Brian, thanks for all your hard work. Look forward to seeing you around the ground again next year, and you know, hopefully we might get you out the bar one year to actually watch a game of football, and really appreciate all your work. Cheers, mate.
Best of luck to you, and hope you've got many more years to come as well, so yeah, like me. Cheers, Sibley.
We recently had Brian on the front cover of the programme. So Brian, have a great evening. Cheers.
Is that okay to put you? The game won't be called off because of this wet patch now.
You want me to pour it on it?
Yeah.